So welcome to the team call, and it's so awesome to see so many faces here again this week. And today the topic is going to be overcoming objections. Hopefully it's going to be a really, really useful call for all of you guys for different reasons. So I'm just going to share the screen and go through just the main start of the slideshow to start with. So hoping that you guys managed to watch the super weekend. If you didn't get on live, it has been recorded, and it has been, certainly the UK one has been posted in the UK page. So if you want to catch up, and I really would say, like, if you're serious about your business, you need to catch up on that, because I know a lot of the girls that are watching it live, as I was watching it, were like, wow, this is like really fired me up, and this is what these events do. And obviously we are remote at the moment, so just imagine how fired up you feel after that event, which was virtual. And then imagine how fired up you're going to be after our quarterly events kind of across the UK, but also at Summit. Like, you can't even imagine the level of excitement that you have at events like that, and it really helps you see the vision. And I can say the girls that generally stay the course are the ones that make time to go to the live events, go to the virtual events, and certainly come to Summit. So it's a game changer. So noteworthy items, I think we're all clear on 30-day breakaway now, but if you do want to have access to that before March the 22nd to do that running and strength training program that gears you towards the 5K, then you would need to purchase early access before that date, before it goes on to Beachbody On Demand. Huge promotion this month, guys. We should be all over this. We should be going back to people from last month and the month before. There is £20 or $20 off on all challenge packs over $150 or £150 this month, which makes the standard Beachbody On Demand challenge pack $140 instead of $160. Marty, I'm really sorry, I'm not quite sure what that is in Canadian, but I'm sure you're aware of that. If not, it is in the back office. But get all over it. You know, you've had people who've perhaps said to you they can't afford it because of the money. Well, now they've got £20 or $20 off. So really, there's no excuse. And they are going to get the discount for the new Control Freak program for any challenge pack that is bought in November, which is huge, because our better bet, like, all of us are going to do Control Freak, because there's going to be a huge coach test group. We will all be doing it together, and there'll be a lot of people that want to do it. Yes, I think it is. You're right, Marty, $24 off. Yeah. Genealogy change request form. I went through this. I've been through it a couple of times over the past 2 weeks, but this is amazing. You have up to 10 days to move somebody around in your business center as opposed to 5. And I can tell you that is absolutely huge to the business, because it gives you that little bit more time. It gives you the ability to see how somebody is doing before you first look at where you're going to put them in your business center, to maximize the volume and balance of the volume as you build. Now, for a lot of you guys, that's not relevant yet, but it will become relevant. And so therefore, being able to control that more by being given more leeway is going to be absolutely huge for your business. Control Freak early coach access is going to be the 7th of December. So get that marked down in your diary, get it marked down in terms of your strategy, your plan for your programs, and make sure that you're good to go on that program on the 7th, because I can promise you that any of you guys that have been through coach test group programs like MBF, those of you guys that are kind of a week behind, I don't want to sound mean, but you do get a lot of FOMO, because we're all starting this new program together. We're all experiencing that energy, and honestly, it blows your business up more than anything. So if you're serious about your business, you need to be behind these launches as they launch. The new early coach access ones, you do have to pay additional for the ones to get early access. So it's usually £52, $52, or Marty, correct me here, 60 something dollars, I should think, in Canada. But you get all of the staff then with that is going to support that program, so you get that early access. And I can promise you, if you are all over that program, you are going to earn that $52 or £52 back at least threefold if you go all in. Like, it's huge for your business. And the customer launch is going to be the 21st of December, which is obviously really close to Christmas. But as I said before, the people who are all lights on right now, as everybody else is going, I can't be bothered. Oh, it's another lockdown. I feel really depressed. I'm not going to do this. Those guys are going to fall by the wayside as other people level up. And you better bet, guys, the people that are shining right now are going to absolutely clean up through Control Freak and into January. So hit the floor now. Like, now, this final quarter is the quarter to hit the floor, to be present. Yeah, you might message people. Yeah, people might not reply as much. Yeah, you're probably going to get more no's. I can promise you that, because people are in a phase where we've got this kind of mentality. We've had the US election. I mean, obviously the US election has as far as I can see, it's going to be a good thing. But there's a lot going on in the world, which means that you're probably going to get more no's. Don't take it personally. Water off a duck's back. It's not the season. They've got Thanksgiving coming up in the States as well. And obviously we're moving in towards Christmas. But remember that every single invite given is a seed sown. Every single time that you ask somebody to join you, they're then usually watching you, or at least kind of 15% of people are going to start watching you, which is you building your pipeline. Okay, so when they've all eaten way too much over Thanksgiving, over the Christmas period, who are they going to think of? They're going to think of you, but they're not going to think of you if you've gone, nah, I just can't do this, I feel really rubbish. We're a coach. We need to be that person that is accountable to our title, to this title that we have. We are coaches. We need to be showing the F up, and we need to be shining. Okay, so do your personal development. If you're off your A game right now, you need to get back on it. And the only way that you're going to do that is by pouring into yourself. Don't look to this training for the answer. Trainings aren't going to give you the answer. Personal development, if your mindset is wrong, is what's going to sort it, not this. Okay. So I want to be honest, because I've been there. I've been that coach watching all the professional trainings, you know, in the Beachbody Champions page. Why is it not working? Why is it not working? Actually, it just is a case of needing to pour into yourself more. And I would say at this moment in time, given what's going on in the world, you probably are going to need to spend more time on personal development. It's a tricky time, and I want to be honest about that. Coaches are facing challenges. The world around everybody is facing challenges, but we are the beacons of light. That's what we're here to do. Our job has never been more necessary, okay? And if we're going to make it about us and get down and out and feel like, you know, the world's against us, then we're not going to ever have a chance in hell of helping anybody, okay? So just really like level up, get out of that victim mindset, and really be that beacon of light that people need you to be. Coach Summit, I always just share this just so we've got a list of all the people registered for July, but it's pretty huge, particularly the UK contingency, and I'm really hoping that's going to go ahead. I should think over the next couple of months we will get a sense of whether or not this is going to take place, and I really hope it does, because it's just the most amazing thing. Now, this is all thanks to Charlotte, this slide. Charlotte introduced the fear bubble a few weeks ago and said, like, this is amazing. She spoke to me about it a few times, and I was kind of bedded into the books I was bedded into, and I was like, and everyone else started to listen to it, and I was like, I really just need to listen to these books. Anyway, I personally started the fear bubble, I think 10 days ago. I have subsequently binge listened to that book all the way to my dad's and back. I've binge listened to his First Man In book, and I'm probably about halfway through this one. I literally listen to these books as I work. This does not need to be something that exclusively is for you to, like, you can if you want, but I honestly don't. I can immerse a lot of information as I'm just connecting with people, or like creating initial, you know, messages to people. And honestly, like, it was really interesting when Charlotte was on that what should have been the retreat, and Charlotte came and we had a chat with Josh Coates about her vision. She had a one-on-one call with Josh Coates, and she was talking about how much she listened to personal development, how much she immersed her, like literally immerses her brain. It bellows out of her house every day with Ross. There's personal development going all the time. And Josh Coates turned around to Charlotte and said, you are going to be unbelievably successful. He said, this is exactly what I did. I literally was like a binge listener, a binge learner. I was literally lapping up any single personal development that I could get. And you want to know why Charlotte's successful? Is because she puts herself first. She does herself first before she goes out to try and help anybody else. And these books are like literally mind-blowing. So I can't really take the credit because it's Charlotte that introduced me to Ant Middleton. But if you're not on his books, you definitely need to get on them. And remember what I've said, like just always have PD on in the background. Like if you're in the house, could I be listening to something now? Or have I just decided I'm not going to listen? Like it becomes addictive because it makes you feel so good. And this book, Zero Negativity, honestly is like, I think it's the best book so far. So yeah, like take that responsibility, because no coach is going to make you do it for you. You have to take that responsibility upon yourself. So I realized last week I didn't do a tracker prize, and I can only apologize. I got a bit carried away. But anyway, this week we had Claire share her tracker, Laura, Sarah, Elaine, Gail, and Marta. And the winner this week is Claire. So well done. You will get £15 of whichever vouchers you would like. So just message me. I've got a couple of other vouchers to sort. You guys know who you are, so I'll probably get to it tomorrow. It's been a hectic day for me today. So yeah, guys, again, I'm not seeing enough trackers being shared. If you are serious about your business, you need to be completing your tracker every day. And I know for some of you guys, you're newer, you aren't able to tick every box, and that is okay. But please hold yourself to account by sharing it in the team page, because I promise you, the more that you share it, the quicker you'll get at these tasks, the more that you'll want to do more, and the more that you'll see, actually, do you know what? I can fit this into my day. I've just decided that it's a little bit hard, so I'm not going to share it. And the only person that you're doing a disservice to and not sharing it is yourself, because ultimately your success in this business is going to be determined by your personal development and by completing that tracker. And if you're not doing both of those things, this training that I'm going to give you isn't going to help you today. Okay. Success Club. So we have Charlotte in its Success Club 4 and Sarah in its Success Club 4. Well done, Charlotte. She's come straight out the gates. Sarah already in its Success Club 4 and an Emerald Coach. Ginny at 2, me at 2, Joe at 2, Julia at 2, and Claire's actually now at 4. I apologize. That's an update from today. So well done. And I would just say, like, just see that as an indication. Like, I want to be honest, I'm finding this month tough, but it doesn't change the fact that I know I'm going to smash this month. I've had a slow start. I haven't changed anything I'm doing. It is an indication of the market that we're working in. But again, you better bet that if you're going to show up in the same capacity that you always do, and you trust the process, and you don't think, oh my goodness, what's going on, and panic and go, wow, this is too hard, then you will see those results. So it is consistency over time. Every single person in business is going to have their good months, and they are going to have their bad months. That's the way that this works. So just always keep your blinders on. And I want to share that, like, you're not always going to have an amazing month. It doesn't work like that. But staying committed to your reason why you're doing this, the lives you want to impact, and what it means for your life and those people's lives that you're impacting, is going to keep you motivated and staying the course. Okay, guys. So just keep going. Caitlin, a success starter for month 1. And I know we've got some amazing new coaches, as we've seen on that Success Club board, already in at ST4. Those guys need to help one more person. So Sarah and Claire need to help one more person, and they are a success starter for month 1. If you hit that 3 times in your first 6 months, not only do you get your summit ticket absolutely free, you get access to a test group for a program that has not yet been launched, and you get to do it as they film it. So you'll be doing it before any of us. Like Control Freak, you would have been doing it when they're filming it. Like, the opportunity for you to experience that is huge. As somebody that did the Morning Meltdown test group, but also your opportunity to blow up your business is huge. So guys, if you're a new coach, make it a non-negotiable. Draw a line and say, right, no matter what happens, that is going to be me. That's what I did as a new coach. Success starter was what I was going to do, and I had to do it in 3 months. And I begged, stealed, and borrowed my last person, which was my father-in-law, which most of you guys know, in my 3rd month to do that, because that for me was like, it was going to happen. It wasn't a question of, am I going to do it? It was that mindset of blind belief, bloodheadedness, like, I'm going to do it. And I did. So just get that mindset on you, because if you get that mindset on you, I can promise you, you will smash success starters. Okay, we have quite a lot of emeralds coming through, and honestly, I'm so excited. It's really exciting to see Joe and Charlotte both coming through this business now, producing their own leaders, developing their own leaders. And I know they're working really, really hard. So Charlotte is 4 weeks into holding her diamond. She's got another 2 weeks until she is a lifetime diamond, and she's absolutely crushing it. But also we have Caitlin as a new emerald. We have Sarah as a new emerald. I'm super proud of you. And just announced, well, it's not official yet because rank advancement happens on a Thursday, but Joe's been working really closely with her coach Claire, who will be an emerald coach on Thursday. And guys, if this is you thinking, what am I doing wrong? It is a decision. One control account. And if you really truly believe in what you're doing, the values and benefits that we have to offer, I can guarantee that a friend, a family member, or close neighbor will do this with you. If they see that energy exuding from you, they will join you. Okay, so it is simple, but it is huge. This is a real kind of decision that, you know what, I'm taking this business seriously, and it's really important that I get to emerald. And I know Joe and Charlotte independently, like, do unmute yourselves if you want to, we'll say that, like, Joe became an emerald about 6-8 weeks ago. I'm losing track of time at this point in time, but she came into our our mentorship group as a result, and she says to me quite often, if it wasn't for that group, I wouldn't be where I am now. And she's flying. So I don't know whether, Joe, do you want to add anything? Are you good? You're on mute. I'm always on mute.
Yeah, no, I think that was just like I like I said on my live that I did in the week, I was just sort of drifting along, doing things really sort of at my own pace. There wasn't really any urgency, and I think as soon as you put me in that group, and I'm sort of with a group of people that are going at 100 miles an hour, I thought, Joe, you need to get your shit together here and sort it out. And literally that's when I just dropped all my inhibitions and worries about what everyone else was doing, and just cracked on with it, and found my feet, found my way, found what I was doing wrong, and just went on with it. So yeah.
And guys, like
oh,
sorry, go on.
Like I said, it's just a mental decision. You just have to wait for that to click.
Yeah, it's a mindset thing. And guys, just as a reminder, I'll come onto it in a following slide, but if you hit Success Club in October, you will be in that level up group. If you hit Success Club by the 10th of this month, you will be in that group, but that is going to be running for a month after the 10th, taking us through to the 10th of December. And I will be getting you guys to set goals. I'll be holding you to account. You'll be working together. You'll be pushed to uncomfortable places, but I can promise you it will help you level up. Coach of the week, and I'm gonna let Charlotte talk about Coach of the week.
Hey guys, so I wanted to nominate Alice, which is my girl, for Coach of the Week, because Alice has been like with us only for a couple of weeks, I think about 3 or 4 weeks now, and do you know, I know she's on this call, so hey Alice, but I just wanted to share that like Alice is just gone all in. She's not doubted anything we've said. She went straight and got a shape on home subscription to keep her account active, because I told her what I did and that was wrong. She's done 100 names that she's working through, inviting like crazy. She's shown up on her stories. She's doing the video talking. She's having her superfood. She's been genuinely sharing her stories like every single day on her Instagram. She set up a brand new fitness page. She's got nearly 100 followers already, and she's just doing amazing. Like, I'm literally just so proud of her, because she's got some girls that are really interested, and she's this close to getting them over the line. So after this call, me and Alice are getting on a one-to-one. We're going to power through, get them girls over the line. She's going for Emerald on Thursday, and I'm just so ridiculously proud of her, because she's just got this belief that we've got. She's got the energy that we've got, and she's going all in on her personal development, and she's just going to do amazing, and she's class. So yeah, well done, Alice.
Yeah, well done. And like Coach of the Week, like guys, it's just, I'll reach out to Joe and Charlotte and we'll have a little conversation and say like, who's Coach of the Week? And honestly, it's not necessarily about Success Club. It's just about your overall attitude, the way that you're showing up, and everything else that in turn is going to lead you to see that unbelievable success anyway. So just know it's always going to be different, but those are kind of the parameters that we're looking at. Joe, I honestly cannot believe how quick this girl has. She's basically almost diamond. I think she's got 4 coaches on each leg. She's now got Claire, who is emerald, and she just needs 1 more emerald and she'll be going diamond. So guys, if that doesn't show you that this is all mindset and you need to flip that switch in your brain and kind of just get over yourself and say, right, F this, I'm just got to get over my inhibitions and go for it. As Joe just said, like, I don't know what else is like that. Joe, I think probably about 5 weeks ago, probably only had 2 coaches. So like real shows you, like, if you want to go diamond, it's a mindset thing. You get your blinders on and you just go for it. And I just want to share, like, this month, in terms of the emeralds that I personally have developed and the number of coaches that I've taken on, in 4 weeks, I would have produced another diamond. Now, I can't show you that because I'm not building another diamond right now, but I want you guys to know that when I'm asking you to do something, anything that I ask you to do, I am also doing, okay? Because I lead from the front, and I want to show you that that is the way that this can happen, right? Ashley Howard, she did a one-on-one, or not, like a mentorship call for my Level Up group. She's 7 years a coach, and she said most of my coaches go diamond between 30 to 60 days. It is a decision. You get in on your A game, you complete that bloody bat every single day, and you just go for it. You double everything, okay? Get rid of all those doubts, get rid of watching what everyone else is doing, and focus on yourself, your own journey, and your ability to help your own people. If you're watching everybody else, there is no way that they're ever going to want to watch you, because how can they follow you if you're just really busy following someone else? And that was something Josh Coates said on a training call last Thursday, and it really stuck with me, because when I was a new coach, all I did was look at what everyone else was doing. I couldn't see my own proof. So I was like, oh, wow, look at that girl. Oh, well, she's doing it like, and honestly, I just got completely blinded by other people. And as Joe said, the moment that I forgot about everybody else and just said, right, Izzy, this is the way you're going to do it. This is the way it feels right for you. I literally absolutely smashed it because I didn't worry about what other people were doing or compare myself to them. Comparison is the thief of joy, and it will absolutely F you up if you spend all of your time watching what other coaches are doing. So bit blunt, but side note, it's so fundamental to call yourself out on that if you're doing it all the time. So Tasha and Marty, again, like really loyal, established coaches in my team, were at Summit with me last year, getting closer and closer to Diamond. In themselves, they both have their own challenges right now. Tasha is working overtime in a hospital in the States, with COVID obviously going on, and Marty is working. She has to sit in the same classroom, I think, for, Marty will correct me, I'm sure, but I don't know how many hours a day with like half an hour break. So I know like mentally that's exhausting, but these girls are super loyal, and I know they're going for Diamond, and I know they're going to do it. And I just love them. So I just had to share that. 7 hours, yeah, in one classroom. I definitely couldn't do it. And Ginny, who, bless her little heart, has got COVID, but she's absolutely determined to do Diamond, even knowing that she had COVID earlier on. She sent a message to our little group saying, if I've got COVID, then I'm going to do Diamond in the next couple of weeks. So Diamond Retreat, and guys, this is open to any of you that achieve Diamond before the cutoff date. Now, I haven't set a date yet because I want to see what's going to happen with COVID by the end of this year before I set a new Diamond Retreat date. Most of you guys know I had to cancel it. I just met Charlotte because she was actually the only girl that went Diamond, and it was within the regulations. But I want you guys to know that I'm here for all of you. If you are going to be Emerald or above, you have hit Success Club either in October or you've hit Success Club by the 10th of this month, then you will be in my new push group, okay? So it's not any personal preference on anybody. It's the people that do the work. They show they're committed. You are going to get into that group, and I'm going to be leading personalized trainings for you guys. Fantasy Pitbull. So the overall winner is Team Fearless, Team Ignite in their close second. I was speaking to Joe earlier on, and I feel like we're probably just going to give a pause on the Fantasy Pitbull for a while, and we will reignite it, hence their team name, in a couple of weeks' time. We'll probably like change a few of the rules, so just watch this space. But I'm definitely going to be running something through this season that I know it's easy to fall off, but it is the most important season of all in the year. So overcoming objections. And I just wanted to say to you guys, before we go on to it, before you go, oh, what's Izzy going to share that's like a magic answer to this? Like, honestly, the people who overcome objections from people are the people who believe most in the value of what we have to offer. Okay, so before I go on to talk about how to overcome objections, I want you to know at the foundational part of this, if you haven't really seen your own results, if you don't truly believe in the total solution, and you have not been proof that you are the total solution, i.e. you've gone all in on Ultimate Portion Fix, you have followed it to the T, I mean, you have gone all in on your fitness program, you have done your PD every single day, and you have had your superfood every day, and you've shown up like a badass on your stories and in your posts every single day, then it doesn't matter what objection you get. Ultimately, you don't really believe fundamentally at the core what we do, because you haven't fundamentally seen your own results. I don't really care what you say at this point. That is fundamental. Your success, if you aren't seeing it, comes down to this, okay? Are you doing every single one of these things? Going all in on Ultimate Portion Fix. You know, Charlotte shares those containers every day. Joe's doing it too. They're two coaches that are smashing it. There's a reason why. Following their fitness program to a T, doing their PD every day. Those guys are writing out their goals and visions every morning. We shared that last week. And having their superfood every day. And I can promise you that then when you get an objection, you are going to be so wax lyrical about what we have to offer that you just bat that objection straight in the face, okay? if you don't believe in it and you haven't seen your own results, and you know, some of you guys are newer, so it's going to be harder because you haven't really seen your own results yet, right? But you're starting to see them. Your resolve is more shaky. You have less confidence because you haven't really seen the results. And if you're a coach that has been in the business a little while, but you haven't gone on all of these things, then of course, when you get an objection, they're going to sense that lack of confidence, because ultimately you haven't really been proof of the total solution. And if you haven't been proof of the total solution, you can't overcome objections. And I want to be blunt about that. And I want you guys to come off this call and just ask yourself that question. This business is not complicated. It really, really isn't. But it starts with you. As I said at the beginning, it starts with you. Okay, so moving on from that, asking questions. Do you know what their goals are? Do you know what their struggles are? How long have they been into fitness? You know, are they struggling with their nutrition? When I start conversations, I'll ask them if they're on a fitness journey or how long they've been on one. And I don't just automatically go into an invite. I want to know if they're going to converse with me, that is. If they're not, they'll get an invite anyway. But if they're going to converse with me, I really want to understand what they're doing, what programs they've been doing, where are they struggling. Of course, lockdown is a conversation right now. What are you doing through lockdown? I really get an understanding of that before I send an invite. And if you set up the conversation right, you know how to overcome their objections, because you know what the value you've got to offer is for them, because you've understood where they're struggling. And guys, 95% of the time we have the solution. Okay, confidently 95% of the time we have the solution. And the reason for that is that if someone wants to lose weight, if someone wants to tone up, if someone wants to gain weight, if someone wants to feel better about themselves, if someone's had an eating disorder and has really messed up their eating and doesn't know where to start, we have the solution. I can't really think of any group of person that isn't going to feel the benefit. Even bikini competitors, like there is a bikini competition at Summit, because bikini competitors, believe it or not, follow our programs. When they follow them to the T, they follow Ultimate Portion Picks. Autumn Calabrese was actually a bikini competitor. So really, any objection that they have in terms of lack of belief of what we have to offer, in terms of being able to offer them the solution, we aren't able to overcome their objections if we don't know what their goal is. Okay, so make sure you are asking open conversations. Okay, who's written the most in conversation? I've covered this before. If you are covering way more text or verbiage than they are, then really they are the ones that have the control, because we're just word vomiting on them. And again, like as a new coach, that was my number one error. And even now, sometimes I just have to check that flow in a conversation. Okay, so just know, like, no one's ever going to be perfect. You're never going to have the perfect process. You're always learning. You're always growing. I'm always tweaking stuff. But who's written the most? Have you asked the questions? Because if they are asking you questions, you don't have the control of that conversation. They do, okay? You are the expert. You know these programs inside out. You have been proof of them yourself. You believe in them inside and out. So you need to be asking the questions to glean the information from them, because you maintain the control. And if you guys have ever done any form of sales training, you will know that that is really fundamental, because they're going to respect you, then they're going to trust you, right? If you don't have the control and they're asking you a load of questions and you're just answering them, who's got the control there? So I want you to do like a little audit on some of your conversations, have a look at how that's going. When you receive an objection, isolate it. Now, often, I think the two biggest ones are time and money. When people tell me they don't have enough time, I'm like, I love it, because whether or not they're looking at the coaching or the boot camp, BS, they don't have enough time. This is creative for people that don't have enough time. The business opportunity is creative for people to build a business on the side of their full-time corporate job, usually. And I will often give examples, like full-time A&E nurse, building her side income, my most successful coach in my team right now. You know, full-time teachers, top 10 coaches in the network, built on 1 hour a day. BS, you don't have time. It's just that you can't be bothered, right? Not that I say that, but that's what I'm thinking in my head, okay? So isolate it. So, and then someone might say, I don't have enough money. Okay, aside from the money, aside from the time, is anything else holding you back? Once they've obviously got all of the information. If they say no, then you know that that is the objection. Okay, so for the time one, that's really easy to overcome. I know exactly how you feel. When I started coaching, I literally was working 3 jobs. I was working 10 fitness instructor classes a week, 8 PTs. I was working golf club hours, and I was doing coaching on the side of a little boy who was 18 months old. I understand you feel as though you don't have enough time, but I can promise you, if you can give me an hour of your day chunked down, you can build this business in that time. And often they'll be like, wow, you know, how does that sound? Okay, great. I'd love to take a look at the coach sneak peek then. If it's money, I will often use this one. And again, it might be very personal, different for you, but this was my personal experience. And use this, guys, write this down. Feel, felt, found. Okay. We need to empathize and relate. So I know how you feel. I felt the same. I literally didn't have the 160 to enroll, and I paid on a credit card, and I didn't know how I'd make back the money. Genuinely, that is what I did personally. What I found was I helped 3 people in my first month, and I made back my investment. And now I've made that back 100, 1,000-fold. Okay. So just know, like, if somebody's got an objection to money, particularly with the coaching, I say, like, great. Well, if you've not got enough money, it's really important you see this as an investment. This isn't you spending money you're not going to get back. If you follow our training, and you can promise me that you're going to follow our training, I can promise you that in your first month, you will help 3 people and you will make your investment back. And I'm really confident with that. And you guys should be too. If you've got somebody that wants to do the coaching and they're going all in and they are being coachable, they will make that money back in their first month. Okay, so as coaches, it's really important that you are confident with the training you have to offer. And I can promise you, hand on heart, I'm known in the network in the UK for having one of the best trainings in terms of the way that I bring coaches into the business. So that should give you real confidence. Obviously, with the fitness side, if they're worried about the investment, you can't say that because they're not going to be doing the coaching. But what you could say, and this is my experience, is that I literally paid on a credit card, but it was the single best investment I ever made, not only in my health, but in myself. Okay. And again, can you hear that? If you believe in it, they're going to hear that. They're going to feel that. Okay. And I'm not bullshitting. Like, it is the single best 160 quid I've ever spent in my life, ever. Like, even if I wasn't coaching, even if I wasn't earning an income, to feel as I do now. Okay. And people need this right now. So that should give you confidence that actually, again, if they go all in on the fitness and health solution that we have, you guys are feeling the benefit of that boot camp. Tell me, would you pay that all over again? Would you pay 10 times that to be experiencing what you're experiencing right now? Because I would. So just remember, like, how do you feel about it? And don't be afraid to hold back, because ultimately, that is what's going to be. It's literally like, and Ashley Molstad spoke about this in one of her trainings, and I have never forgot it. And she said, it is literally like an argument whose will is stronger than the other person's. And that is ultimately going to determine whether you can overcome somebody's objection. Okay. If they believe more than you do that it works, that it doesn't work, they're going to quash you. Okay. And so that's why you need to believe in this 100%. And the only way that you're going to do that is be all in and have got the most phenomenal results, whether or not it's weight loss or toning up or feeling the best you've ever felt. Okay. So that when you get that objection, bam, they're going to feel that. Okay. If you're like, yeah, no, you know, they're going to sense that and be like, well, she can't really believe that much in it. Right. So just, again, ask yourself that question. And don't be afraid to probe them for more info if you sense you don't have the full picture, right? I'm literally like, and some of you guys have had this before, I'm literally like a little squirrel trying to like dig out my nut, right? I want to know why it's not for them. Like, but what else? But what else? And at the risk of pissing them off, I don't care. I'm here to help people. And if they really want my help, they are going to answer my questions, because actually that's ultimately all I'm trying to do. And rarely does someone get pissed off. If they get pissed off, they've got the wrong mindset, quite frankly. And as I've just said, whose belief is stronger? Your belief in what you have to offer, or their belief it isn't right for them? Whosever belief is stronger here will win. I want you guys to write that down or take a photo. Like, seriously, it's that simple. It really, really is that simple. Yeah, so as I said earlier, if they're asking questions you don't have the control, ask open-ended questions, okay? If you're going to start a conversation, imagine like you're putting like icing into one of those icing bags that pipes out in the bottom. Like, that's always what I imagine when I'm imagining a funnel. You want to start with the open questions. You want to glean all that information from them. And as you get more answers to your open-ended questions, i.e., you know, how are you finding your fitness journey? Those kinds of questions. what have you been doing? It's really open-ended. You're going to glean a lot of information, which is really going to help you when it comes to overcoming your objections at the end, because ultimately you know why it works for them, so you can overcome their objections more easily. As you ask more questions and you glean more information, you're going to ask more closed ones. Okay, that's how you're going to close someone. Open, close, right? They've had the video. What do you think? Great, you really like it. Do you want to get started? Great. What's your email? Great. What flavor superfood do you want? Do you see what I mean? Like, it becomes much more but. In the beginning, it's like but. It sounds crazy, but it's so true. Like, that's what you need to do to get that conversation, to really get to know them, to build that connection. Keep the conversation flowing. The more that you can have that kind of ping pong conversation back and forth, the more they're going to trust you, the more that you've built that connection, so that when it comes to the crunch at the end, the more likely they are to say yes. Be empathetic. Right? And I know this is probably the biggest struggle as a coach, if you're not voice clipping. And that's why, if you've got, like, you're quite confident, or maybe you're not quite confident, but you sense you would be good at voice clips, give them a try. They're not going to work for everybody. There are going to be coaches at the top of the network who send written text. There are going to be ones that send voice clips. Okay, I love voice clips, but again, for me, it depends. Like, if I've got my little boy around, I can't send voice clips. It's going to have to be in text. But they need to feel that as much as they can. So again, maybe do an audit on your messages. Do you sound empathetic? Do you sound as though you're just looking for an answer ASAP? If you're towards the end of the conversation, that's fine. But if it's at the beginning and they sense this pushiness in the beginning of the conversation, it's probably not going to end well. So before I move on to the next bit, I'm just going to open to Charlotte, see if she wants. Look, I'm sure Charlotte's got some more stuff she wants to share. Or maybe she's cooking her dinner because she's gone.
I was just typing in the chat.
Oh, sorry.
So there's a random message in the chat because I didn't. I was just saying there that when I was at Bannatyne's gym, my gym membership was £60 a month, and I had PT, and my PT was £35 an hour, or £280 for 10 hours, and I would have 1 to 2 sessions a week. That was over £350 a month on just a gym. No nutrition, no community, and what we're asking and what we're offering is £15 a month. And like, it's just crazy. Like, the benefit of this is just absolutely mad. And like, guys, when you guys go all in, I've just had a one-to-one with one of my boot campers who just enrolled, not yesterday, the day before. We just had a quick 20-minute one-to-one, and I break everything down and go through stuff. And I said to her, when I first started, I was doing 10 rounds. You didn't get ultimate portion fix included. And I had the Shakeology on day 1 with some water. Thought it was absolutely disgusting. It went in my cupboard and I didn't do it. I did the 10 rounds program. I struggled on through it, was struggling with motivation a little bit, and my body didn't look any different at the end to it did at the start. And I reached out to Izzy and I was like, what is going wrong? Like, what is happening? And I was seeing Izzy's energy and Izzy's results, and I wasn't getting that feeling. And she said to me, she was like, are you taking your shake? And I said, no. And she was like, right, you are making all the wrong decisions. You need to just get on the shake, and this is what you should do, and mix it up with things, try different things. From then on, I started taking the Shakeology, and I noticed little changes, and I was like, right, okay, I'm seeing this a bit more. But it still wasn't what I was getting from Izzy's Instagram. It was still something missing. And then she was like, ultimate portion fix, ultimate portion fix. I was like, no, it's £120. No. And she was going, Charlotte, just bloody do it. Like, just do it. And when I did it and invested in ultimate portion fix, you guys are so lucky, you newer coaches who get it included with MBF, because I invested like 120 quid into that. But you know, everything changed, everything clicked, everything went together. And I seen the value. I seen how incredible it was. I can't fault Ultimate Portion Fix. I can't fault it. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's amazing, and it gets you the results. It encourages you to eat 5 times a day. 5 times a day. None of this sins, none of this diet, none of this eat as much pasta as you want, but a sausage and egg McMuffin's 28 sins. Like, none of that. It encourages a healthy relationship with food. 70% of our results is through nutrition. So for you guys who are just doing the workout and who aren't doing Ultimate Portion Fix, you need to get on Ultimate Portion Fix. And those who are just doing Ultimate Portion Fix and aren't doing the workout, you need to do the workout. Because everything, when you do everything together, it just clicks. And it is just, I have no issue when people tell me no now, because I'm just like, yeah, you'll join me eventually, because what we've got is hands down the best. It just takes time. It takes time for you guys to realise, to go all in on UPF, to go all in on the workouts, and to go all in on the shake. I get it. It is a lot, and it is overwhelming in your first couple of weeks. Break it down and just do bit by bit, because when it clicks, it'll click and then you'll be running. Because now I genuinely believe, like, Courtney Black, yeah, she's mint, but she doesn't have an accountability group. She doesn't have the nutrition that we have, and her workouts are very much all the same. Our programs are vast, they're varied. There's 70, there's new programs every 3 months. We've got the community. Slim and World is just the nutrition, it's not the workout. Gym membership is just the workout, it's not the community. We have everything. We are so lucky. And when you guys get this and you guys go all in on this and you get your own results, you'll believe in it 100%.
Yeah, sorry, Joe just wrote, I'm too shy. And like, do you know what? Charlotte's made a really good point. Like, as she's just said, if you wanted to get results like this outside of what we have to offer, you would have to go into a gym, which you can't do right now. But ultimately, whether gyms are open or not, I don't give a shite, because I know we've got better to offer whether or not they're open, right? You get a gym membership. Do you get a PT? Do you fuck? Like, you don't get a PT, okay? So then if you want to get PT style results, which is what we're getting, because they're progressive programs, every single workout's different, you're going to have to pay at least like 40 quid a week just for one session, okay, with a PT. And I would say you'd probably need 2 at least. And that's still not going to be the same as what we have to offer. Then the PT might give you a nutrition guide, which I used to write for my clients. And again, it wasn't properly aligned, because it's really difficult to work out their individual calorie burn and really help plan. There's a whole nutrition program for us. So when people say, I'm a member of a gym, I'm like, great, I'm glad you're a member of a gym. This is so much better than a gym. Like, the gym's shite. Like, I don't say that, but in my head, I'm like, cool, I'm glad you're a member of a gym, because I know what we have to offer is so much better than the gym will ever offer. And that doesn't ever faze me. In fact, I'm like, let's get my teeth into this one, because it's a challenge. Yeah, like, people do tend to love the gym. Some people love the gym. Like Charlotte, she was a tough cookie when she enrolled. She was like, yeah, okay, I'm not sure about this. I'll let you know. She was really into the gym and stuff, like, kind of tried to fob me off. And she came around in the end. But just know that, guys. And as I said, like, as you can hear from Charlotte, and if you look at anybody in our team that is doing well, are they getting the results? Yes. Why are they getting the results? Because, as Charlotte said, they are just following everything they should be following. They're being proof the products work. They're following Ultimate Portion Fix. They're doing the workouts. You better bet they're doing their PD every single day, and they're making that non-negotiable. Okay. And it's not difficult. It's really not difficult if you're doing all of those things. It's not. And then you'll get the results, and people are like, okay, cool. I've been on the fence for ages, but now I've seen it's working for you. I'm going to join you. Yeah, they want to see other people's results, but they want to see yours. So put that pressure on yourself to be that person, because I promise you, yeah, like, when I was a new coach, putting that pressure on myself was like, oh shit, now I really have to commit to all this stuff, and I really don't want to. I just want to eat crisps. But, you know, if you want to work this as a business, like, how cool is it that your job is to be in the best shape of your life, and therefore lead by example? So thanks, Charlotte and Joe, for your input as well. I just wanted to share this here. So here we have a Guy on the left who is diamond, Charlotte on the right who is diamond, Joe who is getting so close to diamond, me on the right, my second business center that's diamond. And I just want to share, like, at any one time, guys, I'm bolstering my own business to maintain diamond and beyond, Guy's business center, and my second business center. So again, like, I've leveled up because I have to. Remember that when you have to level up, you will. Like, it's just a mindset thing. And Joe is just getting super, super close. And then Ginny, I know, is working behind the scenes. I know she's got COVID, but she's really wanting to go diamond. So we may well do 5-star elite. And when Charlotte holds her diamond for 2 more weeks, we will be a premier team for 2020, which is absolutely huge. So I'm super excited. And then we have Tasha and Marty in here working really, really hard, maintaining what they have and building still through difficult times. I'm super proud. And guys, if your name's not on here and you want to push for diamond, please drop me a message so that I'm aware of you. But we can do it. We have the most amazing team. Has anyone got any questions on that?
I was just going to say, if anybody's had an objection that they don't know like if they want to share or how they didn't know how to overcome it, you feel free to share it in here as well, and we can try and help, like what we would say as well, if anyone's got anything in particular.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the only thing I was just going to add on that one was I've had five money related ones today alone, and it's not, I think it's just a reflection of where life is at the moment. I think, you know, it's, most people have said it's not that I don't see the value, it's that I'm about to lose my job, or that it's, you know, that I'm on furlough, or this, that, and the other.
For the coaching or for?
They were boot campers actually.
So I would say 9 times out of 10, even given the current situation, the reason they give is not the real reason. They haven't really seen the total value. So I bet, Sarah, if in like a week or 2 you share a more progressive result, I bet you'll get those people that are saying, and yeah, I get it. Like, I'm sure there are more money objections and I'm sure it is more difficult. But I reckon once it's undeniable or they've seen the even better results, I bet you those people will join you.
Another thing, Sarah, is when people say that to me as well, I always say, especially for those who already have an interest for fitness and health, I then come at them with the coaching opportunity as well and say, well, if you've ever considered the coaching opportunity, you can make your money back in 3 weeks, like, and see how that sits with them, because then that's coming back at them saying, okay, you can have everything, all the benefits of being a boot camper, but you can come into our coaching community as well for the same price and make your money back, and see how that sits with them.
Yeah, I did
so
that with 2 out of 5.
Eh?
I did that with 2 out of 5. So
yeah,
there's sowing that seed again, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
And also, look here, these comments. I've been furloughed for 6 months and this has been a lifesaver for me. I would have gone crazy. I'm furloughed and have had my hours cut and I'm still here. I joined on furlough and loved having something to focus on whilst I was off work. So remember, if they are on furlough, like, I know it's more difficult. I can't even remember what the exact package is. And you guys who are on furlough will be able to tell me that they've got more time on their hands. So they could really easily, like, if they're boot campers, why don't you just look at building a business, as Charlotte said, and help 3 people? You've got time on your hands if you're furloughed. And our sneak peek, by the way, guys, I need to post it in the team page, is going to be on Monday, the 16th of November, in that group that we have already. So I'm going to clear it out. I meant to do that today, actually. I need to clear it out. And it will be on Monday, the 16th of November. So guys, get inviting to your coaching, because those are live sneak peeks. If you can get people in live, the conversion rate is so much higher than them then catching a recording. And I really noticed that when I'm just adding people to catch recordings, it's a lot harder to get them over the line.
Yeah.
And Sarah just put, is the power hour at 5:30 a.m. Yes, that's a really good topic of conversation. I'm more than happy to do them. What happened was I was doing 5:30 a.m. power hours, and I would turn them on and I'd like be like dreary-eyed, like turning my laptop on, and then no one would show up. And I was like, I'm not going to waste my time opening a power hour if people then aren't going to show up, because it's really effing annoying. I just want to be honest. But if we've got people that want to show up at 5:30, I work out at 6:15, so it'd be 45 minutes. Can you just put in the comments, like, Sarah Jane? I'm more than happy to pop that in there. No, but I don't mind just doing it for you. It's just important that if you're going to do it, you do it, basically. Sorry to be so
I'm going to do the 10:30 power hour every day this week.
Yeah, there's 10:30 and an 8 p.m. And again, like, success leaves clues. Jo is on every single 10:30 a.m. power hour for at least 2 hours, and she's always on the 8 p.m. one. Success leaves clues. So, like, it's literally silence. It's silence. It is us working in silence, completing our bats, and the odd little wave, but barely a smile, to be honest. We're just too busy working. So it's not like we don't want to have small chat on a power hour. No offense, guys. I just want to get my shit done. But yeah. And then the final thing is the people for the tracker. If you shared it last week, just stay on and we can have a little chat and just chat over anything you want to cover. And meanwhile, let's just do our boomerang. So those of you guys that share a tracker will get a little chat afterwards, and you can just ask or whatever you want to know or whatever it might be. Okay.
I don't know where Alice has gone.
Well, she might have gone, but that's okay. Don't worry. Plunging everyone into darkness. Right. Okay. 3. Oh no, she has gone. I thought you meant she'd gone, but she's just
no,
gone.
she's just disappeared.
I might just put the text over her, otherwise it might look a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, guys. And as I say, like,